You can start whenever you are ready. I'll start the timer.
Okay. I'll just take 30 seconds before I ask you. I'll probably let you know. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. Last time I gave an informal presentation. A lot of my friends gave a feedback that they wanted to know more about it. So I also contemplated and realized that the core idea was not coming through. And today I'm going to talk about self-awareness, which is basically nothing but awareness of the self and what it means to me. It's my journey of being aware of being aware. This topic is extremely close to my heart, so let's take a deep dive in. Um, I used to watch this. Devanand was one of my favorites. So I used to watch this clouds in the background, the Hasi Wadia, and everything I used to watch. बूढ़ा हो चुका था and later he died. And I wondered कि ये black and white actually movie है, लेकिन पीछे तो ये सारा colored ही होगा. तो from very early childhood, I was aware that even the best achievers, they came, they lived, they entertained, and they died, leaving behind everything, their name, their fame, their money, taking nothing as they left. Be it Rishi Kapoor on one side or, the debonair Vinod Khanna. I still remember pre-social media days going to Times of India and actually doing a cutting of Vinod Khanna and thinking, oh God, this is what, life is. So the impermanence of life was always there. One of my favorite, analogy or allegory that I always used to wonder about is imagine that you're at 30,000 feet and, you're comparing the life of a baby and a life of a dog. So I know the example is slightly crude, but at a basic level, there was no difference for me. I mean, here is a baby. It grows up, it goes to school, gets a job, finds a partner, gets married, has children, grows old, and he dies. And same for a puppy, he grows up, does his puppy things, becomes a dog, has his little puppies, grows old and dies. So at the basic level, I really used to wonder, what is exactly, the purpose of all this? So as the adage goes, that to someone who's sleeping, it doesn't matter whether he's in the prison or whether he's in a palace. One who is asleep doesn't even feel the bondage. And I was starting to feel, these questions were really kind of troubling me. The questions were like, what is the purpose of life? The impermanence of life. पहले लगता था कोई screw ढीला है. Sometimes even friends used to say, यार तू कैसे सोचता है? But no, I realized later in hindsight that I was extremely, extremely fortunate. These thoughts, these questions, they come to you only through grace. And grace can descend from in any form, either a person or a book or a knowledge sheet. I remember, I did my Art of Living course in 1996. And one time I met Sri Ravi Shankar ji, and he lovingly looked at me. It was my birthday. And he said, Khush hona. And then he went away. I can tell you, friends, ऐसे लगा कोई बोझ उठ गया ऊपर से. Something heavy lifted from me. And I went into a corner, and for nearly 30 minutes, I was uncontrollably sobbing. इतना बड़ा आदमी रो रहा है, and I was like, चुप हुआ ही नहीं जा रहा था. It was so uncontrollable. And then one day, a word Arunachala came into my mind, and I quickly Googled and found कि that's the place where Ramana Maharishi used to be there. And I started getting deeper into that knowledge, and I found out, once I was going to office, थोड़ी side lane से जा रहा था, and I was listening to the talk, and suddenly it struck me, this is what they were saying. And I just walked out of the car, and again, I was crying for probably 4 minutes. Ki, okay, this was for the knowledge which was, being said all these days. My explorations led to one of the process. So देखिए, it's very difficult to find out what I am. So one of the process that I found out was neti neti, which means not this, not this. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. To me, it appeared that when I look at my body, for example, this body is made up of 70% of the water. It's made up of water, or the five elements. हमने तो सुना ही होगा, right? So this breath that is going in is coming out. So is it me? Right? ये पानी का गिलास है, and I drink this water. This is not me, by the way. Now it's went inside me. Is it me? Now after some time it will be expelled. If I do a small experiment, which I actually did, if I were to cut my two arms and my two legs, I would still be the same. If my eyes were to be transplanted, if my heart, my liver, my lungs were to be transplanted, I would probably be the same. So it was getting little clear to me, puri, aloo, sabji, mango, chicken, hum sab kha gaye hain, baithe hue hain. Is that me? Then comes the, okay, chalo, I may not be the body, but am I the thoughts? Thoughts are coming and going. Feelings and emotions are coming and going. They're all based on memories. They keep changing. So question came, who am I really? So my further exploration, my introspections led me to, the four pillars of knowledge in Vedanta. And the first pillar of knowledge is Viveka, which is loosely translated as discrimination. What do you discriminate between? So take a train in a platform. If they are going, two trains are going in the same speed, you cannot find out the movement. But here am I standing and the trains are going in front of me. It is so easy to find out. So similar is our thoughts. The thoughts are coming and going. The feelings are coming and going. The perceptions are changing, coming and going. The emotions are coming and changing and going. I was aware of a thought 2 minutes ago. Another thought 2 hours ago. 2 days ago. 2 years ago. 20 years ago. Yet I am still the same. How come my experience is known, was my question. Something in me has to be stationary. I am aware of my experience. That is what was coming to my mind. It's like the thoughts, the feelings, the perceptions, the emotions are objects. And there is something in me which notices, which is witnessing, which is observing. It's like some non-changing stationary. Let's call it subject. So I, the subject, was aware of the objects. For example, now you are aware of my voice. Are you not? Are you aware of the sensation behind your eyes? Are you aware of your current thought going in your mind? We are aware. So just like, the sun illuminates the entire universe, the entire solar system. But does it need an external light to illuminate itself? No, it is self-illuminating. Likewise, I don't need an external entity to tell me that I'm aware. Just like the sun doesn't need an external light, it is self-illuminating. Likewise, I'm also aware that I am aware. That is what I call being aware of being aware. And even if you go by your experience, you taste something and you just close your eyes. It's lovely. Or you hear a music, you close your eyes. Or you even pray and touch something deep within you. Or the light or the rain which falls upon you. You just close your eyes and enjoy it. That clearly tells you that happiness is an inside job, and deep within we all know it. Every pleasure takes us inside. So it all points to the fact that what I seek is actually inside me. So that now I hear a lot of things about, thoughts, affirmation, positive thinking. But when suffering happens, it is so simple to ask because I'm neither the thoughts nor the feelings nor the emotions. I'm the one who's observing them. So when I'm angry, I ask myself, who is angry? Is it the body mind which is angry? या जब मैं sad होता हूँ, where is the entity inside me which is sad? Who worries? So the question, who am I, is not really meant to get an answer. The question, who am I, is meant to dissolve the questioner. So there is a differentiation between the origin of mind and the content of mind. as the beautiful song goes, it's like, for example, there is electricity that flows through the fan, the geyser, the light. It's different functions, but the essence of the same. So spirituality for me is also about self-inquiry, something within me which is beyond time and space. And this has become my life journey, my life exploration. Uh, to me, like for this song goes,
Time up, Anurupa. Quickly wind up.
right? मैं हूँ मंजिल, मैं ही मुसाफिर, मैं ही सफर भी. मैं हूँ मंदिर, मैं हूँ मूरत, मैं हूँ स्वयं पुजारी. So, my friends, this has been my journey of being aware. This needs a lifetime of contemplation and a lot of grace to seek this highest potential. 10 minutes, believe me, isn't even enough to introduce this topic. But I really hope that at least it plants a kind of a doubt in your mind and inspires you to question within you. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience, but we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And with this, I close that. May this grace come to you as well. Thank you.
Can we give a big round of applause to Anurup, everyone? Unmute, please.
Superb.